Oh no, the hill's just gotten worse, I think. No, 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 it's cooking, slow down, slow down. Oh boy. Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. It's been a little while since I've made a video game video, but here we are back into it, and we are looking at Derail Valley Simulator. Now, Derail Valley I've featured on my channel previously, and if you look on my channel videos, you'll see quite a few Derail Valley videos that I've done in the past, and this game actually supports VR mode as well. But lately I've just been playing it in the normal non-VR mode with the mouse and keyboard and what have you. And here we are today just looking at Derail Valley once again, because quite literally it's only just been re-released, as it were, after the team have basically been working on it for probably the last 2 years or so, just revamping it into what we see in front of us. So this is Derail Valley Simulator Edition. So there's been so many new additions made to this game now, and the good thing is if you already own it, the simulator re-release is completely free. If you are a new player, you will have to shell out the $40 to $50 or whatever it is to pick it up. But even so, I would very much recommend it if you are into your games and if you are into your simulators more so. I'm not going to have time to just go through every single feature and item and things like that in this video. This is more just the first look. Quite literally, as I'm just walking around, I've just loaded the simulator mode for the very first time. As I said, it was only released probably about 3 or 4 hours ago, and I've just taken this very raw footage of the game in simulator mode, and this is what you're seeing. So you can see here there's weather effects, there's a day-night cycle. You can see that it's getting a little bit late in the day here. And I'm just looking at the shunter, which did exist in Derail Valley before, but this is very much an improved rendition of the shunter. You can see that they've added a lot more gauges, and you can see the rain effects now on the window. There's wipers as well. There's a little fan up there, which also you can turn on and off. But yes, there is a lot to go over in this game, and yeah, I'm probably not going to be able to get through it in this video, but if you watch the Derail Valley channel, you will see lots of teaser videos and things like that where they've basically teased a lot of these features for the past several months now, I guess. So just having a look inside this shunter, you can see here that they've added a few new gauges and things like that. We've got now traction motor temperature, so you can actually blow up your traction motors. If you're not careful, you'll be dead in the water if you push them too hard. And you can see there, just listen to that. You can I'm told that the sounds of the wipers actually react to how much water is on the glass as well. And yeah, just the fact that they've put the amount of detail in there as they have with these wipers is just a little bit mind-blowing, actually, because you'll see as well at nighttime when you're driving this thing, it really adds to the immersiveness of the game now that they've added this, you know, the day and night cycle to the game, and also the weather effects. So that's all brand new. Another thing that's brand new as well, or not really brand new, but here's the world map, which was always in play within this game. But they've obviously spruced it up a little bit. I can see one thing they've done with this world map is they've abbreviated all of the town and station names. I'm not sure what I think about that or how I feel about that right now, but it is what it is. I guess they're trying to save a little bit of space there and make it look a bit cleaner. There's a lot more to basically keep tabs on now with this simulator mode. So there's a lot more like electrical wires that you need to keep track of with these locomotives. Even the steam locomotive has like a compressor and a vacuum pump and all that sort of stuff, which you need to kind of turn on manually. Now, the very first thing I did when I just booted up this Derail Valley Simulator revamp is purchase a new license for a new shunter or new locomotive that's in here. And this is just one of the few new engines that they've put into this simulator mode now, and this is the DM3, which I'll show you shortly. But just want to have a bit of a look and feel and just listen. they've really gone to town on the ambient sound effects. You can hear more like vehicles in the distance. You can even hear people in the distance as well. And just walking in the world, in the Derail Valley world now, is so much more immersive than it used to be. And just with these new lighting effects, with the day-night cycle, it's not always midday anymore, and your shadows will move. You see that? The light just flicked on as well because it's getting a bit dark. But yes, here's the roundhouse, and on the far left there, that's the locomotive I wanted to show you as well in this video. Obviously, we've got our very overbearing steam engine and the two engines there at the end of the roundhouse, which haven't really changed. But yes, you can see that they've added a coal tower in the distance there. The turntable is more or less the same, hasn't really changed. What I'm going to do here is just see if I can't get this DM3 shunter or locomotive, I guess, moving. As I said, I'm not going to be able to just quickly rattle off all the features within the simulator, but there's a lot there. Basically, there's new vehicles. You've got the day-night cycle. You've got a lot more immersion, basically, in the way that you play the game, because now you could have weather that just comes down, and you could be driving at night time. But yes, here is one of the new locomotives within the simulator mode, and this is the DM3. Now this, I'm told, is a diesel mechanical locomotive, so it's not a diesel electric. Basically, there's a massive gearbox down here. There's the diesel engine up there. Basically runs a fluid flywheel or torque converter, spins that gearbox, and basically powers these wheels. So you've got, I think it is 9 gears to choose from. And we will just hop inside in a moment and just see if we can't get this beast started. I had about 30 grand in funds in my in-game wallet, and it just cost me about 30 grand to get the license to even get into this thing. So I'm afraid I don't have much money left now, but just take a look at that interior. Look at the amount of weathering that they've put into the interior there. It's definitely a well-used, well-worn locomotive there, as you can see. And yeah, I feel like a bit of a kid in the candy store now, but let's jump inside and have a look at this DM3. So this is one of the new locomotives, like I said, within this game, within this simulator mode of Derail Valley. And you can see they've really gone to town with some of these weathering effects. Now, also the handbrake is a new feature as well, which I didn't mention until now. Just make sure that's turned on. I think they've made some changes to some of the textures down there as well, not sure. But yes, all looking very nice indeed. You've got a very imposing control panel here. And really, I haven't messed with this locomotive much at all. I might have just flipped a few switches up and down just prior to turning on this recording. But more or less, I'm learning along with you guys here. So in this video, I just wanted to see how far we can get. I did want to try out this diesel mechanical locomotive, because it's got some interesting gear change mechanics there. Just having a look outside here through one of the front windows, and you can see that there's quite a commanding view over the hood of the locomotive. The hood is quite long though, and the cab is situated towards the back of the locomotive, obviously, so yeah, that might affect your visibility a little bit as you're driving this thing. These windows open and close as well. And this door, oh yeah, you can hear the difference in sounds when you close. You see the outside gets louder and quieter. So that's really cool. I think it started to rain actually. I can hear it raining outside. So, okay, let's go ahead and just flip on the electrics here. Whoops, you can see there that I've been playing with this already. So the dash lights and cab lights were already on. I did have a look at this just before, but yeah, I haven't really moved it. So I'm learning along with you guys, like I said. So let's go ahead and start from the start. Basically the electric switch, which is the master switch, I guess. Turn that on. Our brake pipe is flashing away there. It's not happy. Brakes are probably not charged. That's fine. We'll sort that out in a sec. Let's turn on the cab light and dash light. And you can see there that we've got some good lighting in here, some ventilation. Some circuit breakers from the looks, fuses. Okay, let's go ahead and start it up. So starter 1 and starter 2. That was quite fast actually to start, and definitely has a very imposing sound to it in comparison to that little shunter that we just looked at. So yeah, I'd love to get this thing onto the track and just have a little bit of a run around. I know that the weather is not great in the game right now, but you can see there in the far bottom right hand corner there's two little knobs. Those are the gear levers there. Here you've got the reverser, the throttle, what's called an engine brake. So, oh yeah, okay, I've just put the reverser into forward. You can hear the motor, the engine actually just slowed down. So it's like an automatic transmission basically. You've got 3 gears on one side and 3 on the other, and basically you go 1 1 1 2 2 1 2 2 as you drive, and then so on. And so there's all these different combinations of gears. So obviously, being a locomotive, the first gear is going to be very powerful and very slow. So that's the low gear right there, and then basically you go 1 1, which is that position there. Then the next gear is move the right hand lever to the next position. So there's 3 positions on each lever. So 3 by 3 is 9 gears basically. But so yeah, that's 1 2. Then you go 2 1, I believe, and then you go 2 2, and then yeah. But yeah, I'll go over this in a little bit more detail maybe if we can get this thing out of the shed, and if I don't manage to bin the locomotive as it were, because this is simulator mode and it's very easy to make mistakes here. And the problem with it as well is you do have to like re-rail. Whoops, we're moving. Okay, yeah, that's fine. It's a good thing that I set the turntable to the correct position just now so that I can roll onto that turntable nicely. So yeah, everything can kind of happen fast here if you're not careful. So just sort of be careful everybody, be careful. Like, I should be telling myself that, but anyway, just rolling onto the turntable here. Ooh, just dropped onto that now. Okay, so I just got to back off the throttle now and go into handbrake. Oh, no, handbrake, no, the throttle, the full. Ladies and gentlemen, we have just managed to derail the locomotive, so yay for me, not. And I don't have any money, I don't think, to do a re-rail. So if I try and re-rail, no, beep, insufficient funds. Oh no, such a shame. Actually, what I did there was I pulled the throttle towards me, thinking that was like reducing the throttle, but silly me, that's actually increasing the throttle. And then I'd done that, and then I tried to jam on the handbrake, but of course the engine was way too powerful in comparison to the handbrake, and so the engine won, and then yeah, we are basically off the turntable. Okay, well, yep, no, that's done. No more. Okay, rather than end the video there, I thought I would just go for a little run to show off Simulator anyway, in all of its glory, I guess. What I've done is I've just hopped back into that little shunter, and I've gone ahead and I've taken a job, and I've decided, you know what, it's raining and it's dark, but I'm gonna go ahead and just give this a go. Now I've set the path already, so shouldn't be a problem from that point of view. So into the darkness we go, and we've got here 4 cars behind us, and apologies I didn't get any footage of me coupling up to these wagons, but basically 4 cars full of scrap metal, and we are going from the bottom right hand corner there. It's kind of hard to see, there's a little blue marker, and we're heading towards the middle of the map. I've done this route so many times in Derail Valley, but of course in simulator mode as it is now, there's a whole new paradigm of difficulty, because suddenly it's nighttime, it's raining, and it's like I've never experienced Derail Valley like this before. Okay, and I wanted to capture this because it's just another dimension of driving, you know, in Derail Valley. And it's not midday all the time anymore, okay? It's not a sunny sky all the time anymore. So yes, I think that is, yeah, okay, that's high beam and that's useless basically. So let's just turn this around. Okay, now one thing that I'm doing right here is driving this locomotive backwards, which is probably not a good idea because cooling is affected when you drive backwards because the radiator is on the other side of the locomotive where the wagons are, and I'm pulling them backwards basically, so oh well. I do know that there's a bit of a hill here, so yeah, this is quite a sharp gradient, this one, and it is raining. So we're going to have to keep an eye on our traction and also our temperature for our traction motor. So into the darkness we go. And one thing I do kind of realize as well is that we are actually pulling quite a bit of weight behind us. We've got over 200 ton behind us, and that's probably quite a lot for this little shunter, especially in the rain like this going up a hill. It's probably asking quite a bit of it, and you can see here, yeah, okay, where's, oh no, I think we've just stalled actually. Sand, no, I've been yapping away too much, and basically, because there's very little frame of reference in the darkness, I've actually managed to stall the locomotive on the hill, okay, so I'll just take the power off. Oh man, we're cooking our traction motor there. Let's turn the sand off, and we're just rolling backwards right now, so this is not dangerous at all, believe me. I've done this before. Just switch the headlights to the other side, but obviously because we've got our wagons in front of us, the headlights doing absolutely nothing basically. Let me just temper the speed here with a bit of braking, because otherwise we're going to go flying back down this hill. So for those of you that have just joined me, I'm trying out this Derail Valley simulator mode. I've played this game before, but not with this new simulator mode which introduces day and night and weather effects and all this kind of stuff. So this is basically a brand new experience for me, and there's a lot of new features in this Derail Valley game in the new simulator mode as well. Okay, we're just rolling back into town from where we just left, back to the depot. And what I'm basically doing, because I've just stalled on that hill, I'm coming back down the hill. I'm going to stop right about here, and we're going to have one more run at this hill that's right in front of us there, okay? So we'll just let the energy, let the gradient kind of bleed off a bit more, get to the bottom part of this hill. And then what I'll do is I'll put the brake on, make sure we're stopped, and then I'll get a good run up and we'll go back up the hill. Okay? Yeah, we're still moving. Just going through this level crossing here. I know it's not the best time to record in the dark like this, but hey, it is what it is. And it is Derail Valley simulator mode, so why not show off the night effects? Alrighty, so brakes are on. What I'm going to do now is just get a nice little run. Okay, brakes off now. Let's switch the headlight back to the rear of the locomotive, because we are driving it backwards, okay? Because that's just the way it was. Basically the turntable is occupied because I managed to bin another locomotive on the turntable, so I couldn't turn this locomotive around, alright? So first world problems. And back up we go, back up the hill. Come on. This time I'm going to be a bit more aggressive on the power. And yeah, going to apply a bit more throttle earlier to try and get our speed up. Because we've got a bit of a hill coming up, that's for sure. It's 1.2% grade, so that's actually quite a bit. I'm going to leave this door slightly open so that maybe I can hear the wheel slip. And we are doing well so far. Okay, come on, come on. I must say these night effects are really awesome. The way the headlight really doesn't do much. It's still raining a bit, so the track is wet. Here comes the hill. This is the gradient part. Okay, well, got a good bit of speed. Let's give it a bit more power. Oh, temperatures are rising. There goes our first temperature alarm. We are into the yellow zone of the traction motor temperature zone. We are basically cooking our motor right now. Oh no. Come on. We're slowing down and our motor's getting very hot. I'm going to have to back off the power, and that's going to reduce our speed even more. Oh no. I have to keep those temperatures in check. I don't want it to hit 120. Could suffer an explosion or something. Let's try and keep these temperatures in check. Come on. Oh, apologies, I'm just trying to take a few screenshots at the same time here. Oh, we are really slowing down. Oh man, our traction motor temperatures are hot, hot, hot. It's getting hot right now. I don't know what those sounds are. I guess they're bugs or cicadas or something. I don't know, but we are still moving. So I think I've lost my mouse look because I keep alt-tabbing. Sorry guys and girls. There's actually an external view which is a lot more easily accessible with this Derail Valley Simulator update, and there's some nice little mouse over effects as well that you can manage your locomotive and whatnot. Now I've lost my mouse look, so every time I want to turn my head, I'm having to zoom in first by holding the right mouse button and then moving my head. So apologies for that. I keep zooming in there. We're still moving. We might actually make this grade and then be over the top, hopefully, because our traction motor is still cooking and I don't want to give it any more power. Yeah, we're at 100 degrees. Yeah, we're about 10 k's an hour. Oh no, we're slowing a bit, I think. Oh no. Come on, come on, come on, you can do it, you can do it, you can do it. Oh no. It's getting hot, and we're slowing down. Oh no, the hill's just gotten worse, I think. No, 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 it's cooking, slow down, slow down. Oh boy. I've really done it now. Oh, now the engine is just freewheeling. We have no traction motor. Oh, excellent. Alright, well, yeah. I ended this video with a bang, I guess. Traction motor offline, says the buzzer. It's just buzzing away angrily at me. So, that's all she wrote, folks. That's 2 locomotives now that I've managed to destroy in the space of, what, less than 30 minutes, so I think I'm gonna have to wrap it up here. What I'm gonna do, I think, is if I only backed off the throttle just a little bit earlier, probably would have saved that traction motor or motors, but I was stalling anyway and I didn't want to lose forward momentum, so let me just try the throttle. I think all this is doing now is just running the diesel engine and there's no traction motor anymore. So yeah, we're not getting any amperage basically. So yeah, we're just rolling back down the hill now. Okay, well that's that, I guess. What I'm doing now is I'm just going to roll all the way back down the hill. Unfortunately, that's all we can do. At least we've got this downhill sort of momentum to take us back to harbour and town. So my plan is basically just to take the consist back to where it was, where I picked it up from, and basically we're just going to leave. We might have to cancel the job because, yeah, I obviously couldn't move the consist where it needed to go, and I blew up my locomotive for the second time, so yeah, them's the brakes, I guess. We're picking up some good speed coming back down this hill, back into harbour and town. So I just have to manage the speed so that I don't derail, because that would be just the icing on the cake right about now. Let's just add a bit of brake here, just to temper the speed a bit. What a game indeed. With this simulator add-on, this simulator re-release that they've done for this Derail Valley game, it's just completely transformed the game, I must say. It's like I said, the day-night cycle is one thing, but then you've got weather, and now you've got the ability for your locomotives to actually break down and blow up, and you know, if you abuse them or if you're not sure what you're doing, believe me, I know what I'm doing, I think. Maybe not. But yeah, in the past, basically when you overheat it, it would basically just shut the locomotive down as a safety feature, but now it basically, like, you can suffer all sort of catastrophic failures and things like that. So as we roll back into town here and just admit defeat, just doing our roll of shame back down the hill because we've got no motive power anymore, what I'll do is I'll just leave the wagons back in the siding where I got them from. The path is already set, so don't have to worry about points or switches, whatever. They're all set, more or less. So we'll just let our momentum take us back into town, and we'll apply the brakes in just a moment. And there on the far right there, you can see just a glimpse of that poor old DM2 locomotive that I did manage to derail earlier off the turntable. So yeah, it's been a very productive episode, hasn't it? For those of you who don't know about Derail Valley, I probably should have explained that in the beginning, but basically it's a game where you've got access to all these trains and locomotives and consists, and basically you move them from one town or city to another and make money, and along the way you can derail or you can run into issues. But yeah, this is the re-release of Derail Valley, and it's taken them, like I said, about 2 years to get to this point now, since the initial release of Derail Valley. And this simulator version is really where it's at, I think. And I foresee myself just enjoying this game so much now, so much more in the future. And you can play this game in VR, like I did say in the beginning. Not sure if my current VR hardware is up to the task. It's aging a little bit now. I've got a Gen 1 Oculus Rift, so yeah, gonna have to do an upgrade there if I want to play VR, I think, because resolution there is quite noticeably low compared to, say, 1080 on your PC monitor. So anyway, enough blabbering on there. I guess what I'm trying to say is I'm really looking forward to doing more episodes of Derail Valley Simulator, and please comment below if you would like to see me make more videos of Derail Valley Simulator as well. Even in this shortish space of time, I guess, managed to blow up 2 locomotives there somehow. So yeah, and unfortunately on the other side of this there is the repair costs and re-railing costs and things like that I'll have to deal with, and I've only got about $800 left in my bank account in the game. So what I'll have to do is just pick up another locomotive from somewhere and just try and do a few more jobs, make a bit more money. Hopefully I don't make any more mishaps there, and just build up a bit more cash so that I can re-rail and repair maybe these ones potentially. But yeah, in any case, look out for more videos in the future, and do let me know if there's any particular aspect of the game that you want to see as well, any particular locomotives. There are more than just what we've seen here. There's the steam locomotive and a few of the others as well, which I haven't even showed you guys yet. So yes, it's time to admit defeat and just shut everything down, I think. That traction motor buzzer really gets annoying sometimes. Let's turn off the electrics. Okay, and that's it. Now listen to the ambience. It's just absolutely wonderful. Okay, so what we'll have to do is just basically stable the locomotive here for now. I guess I'll have to bring another locomotive around and just pull this locomotive out and just leave it somewhere else for now until I can repair it maybe, or yeah, we'll see. As you can see, each one of these wagons is about 42 ton, so there's a little tag there on the side that shows the weighting. So what I'll do is I might just decouple the locomotive, just make sure that it's disconnected from the rest of the train. I did do this earlier when I coupled up. I didn't record that section of it. But yes, you do have to connect the brake hoses, air hoses and whatnot. I'm not going to pull them apart now because there's probably still pressure in there. And I don't want to hurt myself. So I'll leave them be for now. I will put the handbrake on the end wagon. Because that's how I found it. When I was ambitiously trying to move these locomotives, these wagons out initially. But obviously that didn't work. So this job's been a bit of a failure, unfortunately. Haven't been able to go to the steel mill. So I might have to just cancel this job. Here we are back where we began. So anyway, I really hope you all enjoyed this episode of Derail Valley. First look at this new simulator revamp of the game. And like I said before, keep a lookout. You can see I've only got $800 or so there. So I'll do a few more jobs in the background there, just off the video, and try and make a bit more money. And we'll go for more adventures in this game soon. So thank you very much for watching. If you watched this far, I really appreciate it. Please like, comment, subscribe if you haven't already. Share this with your friends if you like, if you enjoyed it and you think they might. Yes, and I shall see you all in the next one.